Good morning, everybody. Today we shall continue the chapter The Fundamental Unit of Life. In previous class, we shall discuss about the importance of plasma membrane and nucleus. Okay, dear students, today we shall discuss about the importance of cytoplasm. Here, cytoplasm. So, when we look at the temporary mounts of onion peel as well as human cheek cells, we can see a large region of each cell enclosed by the cell membrane. So, this region takes up very little strain. It is called the cytoplasm. Here, when you see the temporary mounts of onion peel, so as well as human cheek cells, we can see a large region of each cell enclosed by the cell membrane. So this region takes up very little strain, so it is called the cytoplasm. Here cytoplasm is the fluid which contained inside the plasma membrane. Cytoplasm is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. So it also contains many specialized cell organelles. It contains many special cell organelles. So each of these organelles perform a specific function for the cell. So each of the organelles perform a specific function for the cell. Here cytoplasm, observe the figure. Here the cytoplasm is home to many activities of the cell. It contains molecules, enzymes that are crucible in the breakdown of the waste. The cytoplasm also assists in metabolic activities. Cytoplasm provides shape to the cell. Here, note down the point. Here, cytoplasm provides shape to the cell. It fills up the cells, thus enabling the organelles to remain in their position. So, what do you mean by cytoplasm? Here, so look at this definition. Here, cytoplasm is also known as cytosol. Cytoplasm is also known as cytosol. Here, cytoplasm is the protoplasm of a cell outside the nucleus. Cytoplasm is the protoplasm of a cell outside the nucleus. You are seeing in your previous classes the structure of nucleus. Here, nucleus is the powerhouse of the cell. So, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So see here, the cytoplasm is also known as cytosol is the protoplasm of a cell outside the cell nucleus. So it is gel-like material plus organelles outside the nucleus and inside the cell membrane. So it includes dissolved molecules like that water that fills much of the cell. So the functions of cytoplasm. So what are the functions of the cytoplasm? Here cytoplasm functions are to support and suspended organelles and cellular molecules. So many cellular processes also occur in the cytoplasm. Many cellular processes also occur in the cytoplasm, such as protein synthesis. The first stage of cellular respiration is known as glycolysis. The first stage of cellular respiration is known as glycolysis or mitosis and meiosis. You studied in a higher classes. And you know that the cell cytoplasms refers to the fluid that fills the cell. It is fluid like structure. So these fluid fills the cell, which includes the cytosol along the filaments. Proteins, ions and macromolecular structures as well as the organelles suspended in the cytosol. In eukaryotic cells, cytoplasm refers to the content of the cell, with the exception of the nucleus. Here, cytoplasm refers to the fluid that fills the cell, which includes the cytosol along with filaments, proteins, ions, and micromolecular structures, as well as organelles suspended in the cytosol. So, in eukaryotic cells, cytoplasm refers to the contents of the cell with the exception of the nucleus. And then, cell organelles. So, here cell organelles are enclosed by membranes. Cell organelles are enclosed by membranes. In prokaryotes, besides the absence of defined nuclear region, they have no definite nuclear region you have to see. The membrane bound cell organelles are absent. On the other hand, the eukaryotic cells have a nuclear membrane as well as membrane enclosed organelles. Eukaryotic, you know that the differences between the prokaryote and eukaryote in previous classes. Here, prokaryotes means the cells which contain definite nucleus. That cells are called prokaryotes. And eukaryotes means the organisms which have definite nucleus. That organisms are called eukaryotes. So here the prokaryotes which contain a definite nuclear region and do not have a definite nuclear region, but eukaryotes have definite nuclear membrane. Here the significance of membranes can be illustrated with an examples of viruses. So viruses lack any membranes and hence not show characteristics of life until they enter a living body and use its cell machinery to multiply. So every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own contents separate from the external environment. Note on the point here. Here every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own contents separate from the external environment. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and function. So, to keep these activities of different kinds separate from each other. So, these cells are membrane bound little structures within themselves. So, one of the eukaryotic cells distinguish them from prokaryotic cells. Some of these organelles are visible only with an electron microscope. Some organelles you do not see with the compound microscope. Just you have to see in the electron microscope. So we have talked about the nucleus in a previous section. Some important examples of cell organelles which we'll discuss. Now are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, plastids and vacuoles are there important. They are important organelles are there because they carry out some very crucial functions in cells. Here the important cell organelles are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, plastids and vacuoles are the important organelles in the cell because they carry out very crucial functions in the cells. So here organelles means a small organ-like structure present inside the cell. So it is called it as cell organelle. Dear students, note down the point. What do you mean by cell organelles? Here question is arise. What is cell organelle? Cell organelles means a small organ-like structure present inside the cell. So it is called it as cell organelle. So it has a particular structure, make up and perform a specific function. Double membrane bound cell organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast are double membrane bound organelles. Double membrane bound organelles are mitochondria and chloroplast. So they are present only in a eukaryotic cell. They are present only in which cell? They are present only in eukaryotic cell. And then endoplasmic reticulum. Have you heard the name of the endoplasmic reticulum? Yes, the endoplasmic reticulum or ER. Here E means endoplasmic and R means reticulum. So the endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheets. So observe this figure carefully. How? So what type of figures you have to see about that? Here, when you observe this figure, you have to see that the network of membrane bound tubes and sheets. So it looks like long tubules or around or oblong bags or vesicles. So the endoplasmic reticulum is similar in structure to the plasma membrane. Here, the endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets. It looks like long tubules or around or oblong bags or vesicles. So, the endoplasmic reticulum is similar in structure to the plasma membrane. So, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. How many types of endoplasmic reticulum? There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. So first one is rough endoplasmic reticulum and second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum are the two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Here, so and then rough endoplasmic reticulum looks rough under a microscope because it has particles called ribosomes attached to its surface. So observe here. Here the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum looks rough under a microscope because it has particles called ribosomes attached to its surface. The ribosomes are present in all active cells. Ribosomes are present in all active cells and it is the sites of protein manufacture. And it is the sites of protein manufacture. The manufactured proteins are then sent to various places in the cell depending on need using the endoplasmic reticulum. So, the manufactured proteins are sent to various places in the cells depending on the need of the endoplasmic reticulum. Here, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the manufacture of fat molecules. So, observe here. Here, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids. So, important for cell function also. Here, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids important for cell function. Some of these proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane. So this process is known as membrane biogenesis. So note down the point here. Here question is arise. What do you mean by biogenesis? Here biogenesis means proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane. So this process is known as membrane biogenesis. Once again I am repeating here, proteins and lipids help in building the cell membrane. This process is known as membrane biogenesis. Some other proteins and lipids functions as enzymes and hormones. So although the endoplasmic reticulum varies greatly appearance in different cells, so it always forms a network system. So thus one function of the endoplasmic reticulum is to serve the channels for the transport of materials, especially in proteins. So transport of materials between various regions of the cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Here one of the function of endoplasmic reticulum is to serve as channels for the transport of materials between various regions of the cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. The endoplasmic reticulum also functions as a cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for some of the biochemical activities of the cell. Here the endoplasmic reticulum functions as cytoplasmic framework. So observe here, cytoplasmic framework, providing a surface for some of the biochemical activities of the cell. In the liver cells of the group of animals called vertebrates, so smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisonous and drugs. So here the group of animals called vertebrates. You know that the differences between the vertebrates and invertebrates. Here vertebrates means the animals which possess backbone are called vertebrates. Vertebrates means the animals which possess backbone are called vertebrates. And invertebrates means the animals which do not have backbone, so that animals are called invertebrates. So these in the liver cells of the group of animals called vertebrates and smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in deoxifying many poisonous and drugs. And then Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. Here the Golgi apparatus first described by Camillo Golgi. The Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex were first discovered by Camillo Golgi. So it consists of a system of membrane bound vesicles. So arranged in membrane bound vesicles. So approximately parallel to each other in stalks, and it is called it as cisterns. Here the membrane bound vesicles arranged parallel to each other, so it is called it as cisterns. So these membrane have connections with the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum and constitute the another portion of complex cellular membrane system. So these membrane of endoplasmic reticulum constitute the another portion of complex cellular membrane system. So these material synthesized near the endoplasmic reticulum. So this endoplasmic reticulum is packaged and dispatched to various target inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. Its main function is it includes the storage, modification and packaging of products in vesicles. In some cases, complex sugars may be made from simple sugar in the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formation of lysosomes. The Golgi apparatus is involved in the formation of lysosomes. So here the Golgi complex is a stock of membranous vesicles where storage, modification and packaging of protein products are occur. Here the Golgi apparatus were first discovered by Camillo Golgi. It's consisting of a system of membrane-bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stalks. It is called as cisterns. So these membranes have connection with the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum and another portion of complex cellular membrane. So these material synthesized near the endoplasmic reticulum and is packaged and dispatched in various targets inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. And its main functions are included the storage, modification, packaging of products, vesicles. In some cases, complex sugars may be made from simple sugar in the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus also involve the formation of lysosomes. Okay, dear students, today we shall discuss about the importance of endoplasmic reticulum and then Golgi apparatus. Okay, thank you.